Yeah, Zig.
And we're live. Welcome to paraglidingtalk.com. I'm your host, Robert Michaels. Glad you're here tonight. We have a special episode. We're going to talk with David Wolfe about the wonderful and amazing and Jerry Deaveers. We're going to talk about the Bad Apples Fly-In that's coming up in May. And we're going to talk about all the different things that you're going to need to know about. And we're going to tell some secrets about how to make it an amazing fly-in for yourself and tell you where the best parking spots are. So if you're a part of this show and you're watching tonight, you're going to get this really good information, and it's going to help you. And you'll be a better person for watching, actually. Paraglidingtalk.com is brought to you by PPG Smoke. PPGsmoke.com is the website where you're going to find all kinds of great stuff for your flying uh, desires. Chase cams, lamels, smoke machines for your paramotor. You want to land in the water, they got flotation devices. You want to, you name it. He's working on the electric paramotor. He's got headsets that don't work. He's got a whole section of just cool stuff. Just go check out his website. It's amazing. We just recently got some news. There's the final version. So, it's the last headset. And this poor guy, man, Ryan has put so much energy into the headsets, so much energy. It's like he's losing his mind. And finally, this last version is he's really confident about it. It was just a whole string and thousands of dollars, literally ten. I would argue he's probably close to the 150,000 in research and development right now. And
In his own money.
it is his own money, but I mean, he's a smart dude. He's an engineer. He's come up with other stuff. But anyways, ppgsmoke.com. Go support that guy, man. Such a cool guy. And he's a local here in San Diego. So if you fly in San Diego, hit him up on Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Paramotorprops.com, and then also Fly Products USA. If you want to buy gear, you want to get yourself set up for some gear. Paramotorprops.com, you get a brand new prop and then buy your gear from Fly Products USA and you'll be happy. Fly Products USA is the website, by the way. The links are in the description. So tonight, we want to talk about this incredible fly-in called the Bad Apples. I was almost going to be able to go. And then
You had a
we had
place to stay, man. You
I
had a
know.
place to stay.
So Dave calls me up. He's like, "Hey, look, man, I want to ask you something. Would you come to this fly-in if you had a place to stay and somebody to feed you and gave you free Wi-Fi and your own private living quarters and a paramotor and a free wing?" And he just kept going and going. I was like,
I
I,
said,
I
because
would.
John Ripa is going to be right next to me and he will be happy to accommodate.
He's John Ripp is going to give you all that stuff. Yeah, but it can't happen, unfortunately. There might
I'll
be a
take his
chance.
place.
And Gringo was invited also, and
What?
I spoke up for for Anthony to David and just said Anthony has to work, so he can't. Ah, sorry, Anthony. He
So,
used up all his vacation time already. He's not even 3 months in, and he's already burned it all up, so he can't go anywhere.
come on
Oh,
here.
look at that. Chick-fil-A, huh?
Chick-fil-A.
Yep.
That's advertisement.
Jesus food right there.
That's right. That's good. That's good chicken. For some reason, it's just something special about that place.
Yeah.
Like Chick-fil-A. If I was the sales team for Chick-fil-A, I'd have a campaign slogan. It'd be like, "Don't be gay, eat Chick-fil-A." Just saying. I just
Took
throw
my
that out
daughter
there.
there on her birthday, and we said it was her birthday. I think they gave her like a free cookie, but then everybody came to the drive-through window and sang happy birthday to her. It was just, she was in tears. It was awesome. It was such a
That's
cool,
pretty cool.
love that place. They're very
My kids will open the door when we're going in there, and if somebody comes walking by, they like to say, "My pleasure." We say,
Yeah.
"Thank you, my pleasure." If the whole time we're there, it's my pleasure. Anyways, so glad that you guys are here. Dave, thank you for taking the time. Jerry, very nice to meet you. Glad that you're here. And we want to just kind of expel any kind of lies, things that people have said about the bad apples. These are not really bad apples. These are just people that fly paramotors. They're nice people.
That's what I said till I went.
Well, it wasn't bad apples until Sean went there. After that,
Yeah, so
the
the
name
bad
kinda
apples
stuck.
are inducted because they do something really stupid. For instance, I went into a river in Ohio at the Dave Purden fly-in.
dial up the video. Dial up
was-
the video, gringo.
Yeah, I was. What was that show, Anthony? You saw? I forget the name of the show. It's
Oh.
off the air now.
Yeah.
But so I went in there. So they inducted me 2 years ago this year. They gave me the call sign of flounder. The very next day, I was foot dragging. I wasn't foot dragging well, and I went into the water at the Bad Apples Flying. And Jerry, what was your call sign, and why did you get it? What did you do that was so stupid?
I don't know.
What's your call sign? And I'll try to figure it out.
Selfie, but it was
Selfie,
something
okay.
to do with a 360 camera. Went through a prop as I was going up to follow Sean Hayden to do some acro maneuvers, and yeah, I pulled out a selfie stick and it extended, went through my prop, and then I luckily turned around very quickly, barely went over some top of some trees, landed in between two trikes, launching downwind, and luckily landed on my feet. So yeah,
Wow.
it worked out, but I lost about $700 in camera.
So you gotta do. Oh, you got it. Oh no. Oh, Anthony.
What happened?
Yes.
What happened?
That's
I
Chris,
like how
that's Chris Holbert ahead of me, and I got his prop wash kind of pushed me down. It wasn't his fault. It was my stupid fault.
That's the river in Ohio, right?
Oh, look at the paramotor.
Yep.
cruise upside down.
and
That's
they're
when
just-
I caught the fish. I caught the fish as I was pulling it out. Go a little further there, Anthony.
you're
Like a
literally
submarine.
just
Look at that
standing
mud,
there.
sadness, disgrace,
Oh.
disgraced my family.
Oh,
They're still shunning me now.
I've never seen this
So-
video. This is amazing. This is
Never
first
seen-
time for me.
yeah.
What?
Yeah, this
Well,
is
I'd say it wasn't
awesome.
a deep
Was it
part
right
of
this
it.
right this minute? That's what it was called. Right this minute.
That's right.
There was
And
a
then right here-
show called Right This Minute.
Yeah, and Anthony called me up from a cigar shop, going, "What are you doing on my TV?" I'm like, "What?"
Yeah.
So right there,
Oh yes, I do
Holbert
remember
says,
hearing
"You caught
about
a
this.
fish, dude."
Man collects fish inside of his paragliding contraption.
Yeah. Anyhow,
Yeah.
Who is that? Some random.
it's one of his students.
Someone's helping.
Oh, okay. So you're close enough to the launch that.
Where's the fish?
Oh no. This is about 2 miles away from the LZ. Oh, you scanned
Oh,
over it.
my.
You went too fast.
Yeah,
Dude,
everybody was
wait,
flying together.
hold on a second. How did you relaunch from there?
Yes, it took me
No
3
way.
tries, and I was able to launch.
With the wet wing?
What
Yeah.
the heck?
Yeah,
Wow.
really heavy.
In the mud.
Well,
That's
I
what
walked
we
up a
have to
little
do
bit.
now, too.
It wasn't in the mud. You'll see here. So this is a little bit further up.
Oh,
There's
heaven.
spraying.
Spraying.
Heavenly Father,
Spraying.
please help me. I don't know if this is launch number 2 or 3, but I was exhausted. I was like, because there's such, I don't even know how someone would get back there. Well, obviously there's tracks, so there's a way. That's one.
Soaking wet wind.
Yeah.
Old news, guys. This is old news. I don't know why you're showing it.
Dude, this is
And when
great.
wings are wet, they're very
They fly
difficult
really
to
good.
manage at times. You know what I mean? Like it reacts differently. The feeling is different. The weight changes on the glider from the water.
This is, what is this?
That's fail
What
number
throttle
2.
is that?
I don't know. That's the original one that came with the Fly Products rider.
Mm-mm.
I use the off-grid
Mm-mm.
aviation one. Oh, we got test.
Now he decides
Oh,
to
now I
check
got a
the
tailwind.
Down, yeah,
This
tailwind.
can't be
Son of a
good.
gun.
Now I should check the wind. All right.
Well, let's
of a
turn that
gun.
thing around.
And look, he turns it totally opposite direction.
Meanwhile, I'm wearing blue jeans that are soaked, a sweatshirt that I think I took the sweatshirt off and I wrapped it on my waist because I just couldn't move. There's Chris going crazy. Like, all right.
All right, you got it this time. I have faith.
How long did it take to dry out a little bit? Like,
Oh, once I got in the air, it started drying pretty quick.
well, no, like, did you let it dry for like an hour while you were trying to get it out kind of
No,
thing, or no?
this was all in a matter of 15, 20 minutes from getting out of the
Wow.
river. So here I am, pull,
There it
pull,
is.
pull, throttle, throttle.
Oh,
Look out for the weeds. Oh my God. Oh, bush. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Got
Wow.
up.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Holy.
I think about halfway back to the LZ, I did a spiral and I could feel the water coming off the glider.
Wait, you went into that big river, but why were you way over on by that little pond over there on the little
What
road?
pond? There's no pond there.
In the pond.
This is not at the Bad Apples Flying. This is that's Ohio right there. This is the Dave Purdon Flying.
That's insane. That river got pretty nasty right there.
Yeah.
That's the Ohio River. Yeah, it does.
That's Travis Burns, and he's like, "Dude, why are you covered in mud?" I'm like, "Yeah, the clouds were really dirty."
They're
man."
laughing.
Dirty clouds.
Yeah, dirty.
Look, I gotta get a picture of this guy.
Yeah, I gotta get a picture.
I gotta get one too. He's going on the news. Look at him. That's funny.
Dang it.
I think at this point, Travis claims he didn't train me ever. He wasn't until the next year that he trained me. I remember. Yeah. All right, good times. Let's talk about the Bad Apples.
So Bad Apples, let's talk about the registration first. We'll get
Thanks
the
a lot,
boring
man.
stuff out of the way. Let me do a screen share very quickly
So
here.
we're trying to do a lot of stuff that's different, unique. I think we're trying to claim that this is the largest paramotor flying in the world, not paragliding.
That's
Just
not a claim,
paragliding.
David. That is a factual statement.
Okay, so let me ask you a question, Jerry, because Robert and I were talking about this. How many pilots last year, I looked it up. Last year we had 312. The year before was 302. But how many people last year? Not just pilots.
I
but
would say we had probably 500 to 600 people. And keep in mind, there is a lot of pilots that show up. Like I had students show up, like at least 6 that didn't sign up, but they're actual pilots, but they wasn't flying at the event. So that's just actual pilots that was signed up at the event, but there was way more than that there.
Yeah.
Not to mention family, kids, all the dogs, and whatnot. So yeah, it's the largest paramotor event in the world. Not paragliding / paramotoring, but paramotoring focused.
Now, can people with ultralights go?
Of course. Absolutely.
Well, yes, we have Mr. Mac there flies his ultralight, but we did have a gyrocopter that flew in one year and we actually grounded him. But that's under, certain people's discretion if they allow that or not.
So I've got a friend named Mo Sheldon, and he runs the Arizona Flying Circus here in Arizona. He I don't know if it was the Bad Apples, but he flew or drove 1,000 miles to go to Florida to go to a fly-in, missed the pilot briefing in the morning, and they wouldn't let him fly.
Oh my.
Mm-hmm.
So I am very grateful for whoever did that to him, because that made him start the flying circus.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Bad Apples, this is officially our 5th fly-in. Hard to believe, 6th year, but COVID, of course, canceled 1 year.
That's some bull crap. We could have flew.
I know.
Could have flew. It's like,
Yeah.
I just kept flying, by the way.
Yeah.
I
So
don't care about those commies. Dang it. They took it down. They took our video down right then. YouTube demonetized. Can't say commies.
that's all right.
Go ahead.
You know what else you can't
Oh,
say?
man.
You can't say the words. Never mind. Anyways, so the planning committee is made up of, I believe it's 5 or 6 people. There's myself, Tim Gaskins, Cece Moisen, this guy Jerry, Jerry here, Sandy Gaskins, and Mark Ingman. And
Ingman.
Ingman. I always mess up his name. Anyways, so we're doing a lot of things. We're trying to make it more streamlined. This is the pre-registration form. So when people get to the fly-in, sometimes it could take 5 minutes at least to just go through the registration line. And what this is going to do is, like, people filling this all out, people that pre-register will get in and out of that line in probably 60 seconds. They're going to take longer to fill out their liability waiver than it would for us to have everything ready for them when they get to the line. So if you can imagine 300 to 300 and 400, 300, 400 people lining up to get their registration this year, we want to really move it along. A lot of information here. You can order your raffle tickets ahead of time. If you're bringing a generator in, we're telling everybody, bring a generator. Chances are you're not going to get a power pole. So bring a generator, but if other people have a generator, I'm bringing an extra generator or my generator. So if someone wants to rent it out from me, we can work it out.
This is amazing. You not only more than spell it out for everybody, you've got pictures for the really challenged people. And if they can't do this, then I'd be really surprised.
Well, Anthony, I think about what I would need.
Be
I would need
surprised.
pictures. When I say generator, does that mean you're generating money or a power I don't know. So now I can, third grade reading level. That's me.
That's awesome.
So we're asking everybody. Oh, what are you doing? Do you have to wear? What are you doing, Robert?
Yeah, I'm just submitting my form.
I'll tell you, I got one funny response, and that was from our friend Todd Scandrette. He had a special request on that bottom part, and he said, "I would like to have my room turned over once a day, please." Or his cargo trailer that he stays in.
Oh no,
we'll work on that, Todd. I said, "Shut up, Todd."
Shut up, Todd. Does anybody still have "Shut Up, Todd" shirts?
I have to look for mine. I'm sure they're out there.
That was one shirt that I wanted.
Oh, I'm sure you can still get it from resurgenceppg.com. There you go.
Resurgenceppg.com.
Yeah. But it's been, it's not just throw a fly-in together. There's a heck of a lot of work that we think about. Jerry has his role has been setting up the places, the camping for all of our sponsors. So we have 34 sponsors this year. 30 of them all are at this. We have several different sponsor levels, and sponsor levels that deemed that they would have a parking spot reserved, they will have a parking spot. So here is the map that Jerry really put together here.
Technically, in a way. David did all the what you see.
Okay, there might have been some graphic help, but
the graphic help.
And we work together. And you could, I mean, so let's look at something. You got Will Fly. You know who Will Fly is, okay? Aurora PPG. That some of these I don't even know who they are. It's just like people came out of the work where we want to sponsor, we support. And before I go through this here real quick, the most important thing about this fly-in is that we raise money for donating, and we don't know who yet is going to get donated to, but we donate a lot of money. 2 years ago, we raised $30,000 for Resurgence PPG.
That's awesome.
We don't keep anything. Everything gets donated. The only thing that we keep is seed money for the following year. That's it. We don't make any money off of this whatsoever. So you got Will Fly, Aurora PPG. We all know who Aurora PPG is, helping out the ladies who get into the sport. Justice Bikes, Nomad Flyer. I'm trying to
miss Charlie Soap. Charlie Soap.
Thank you, Charlie Soap.
I got to hang out with James Southern at the fly-in.
I saw that video. I saw Jim. Yeah, Jimmy. I call him Jimmy. Nomad Flyer, Safaria. HE Paramotor, Pinnacle Paramotor, that's Brooke. And you got Vitarazi's coming in. Aviator.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Vitarazi's going to be representing.
Yeah.
Wow.
You got the United States Powered Paragliding Association representing Cloud-Based PPG, East Coast Paramotor. I'm wearing his t-shirt right now. Who's the East Coast? Everybody knows?
That's Rip.
That's Ripa. That's right.
Yeah.
Guy?
That's Rip.
He's gonna be right there next to
Put him next to Gorilla.
Yeah,
no, he's just being lazy. He's supposed to be on the show tonight.
Come on, Rip. He's got
get over here, Rip. He's over there. Nah, I'm gonna just hang out in the chat. Forget about it.
Sports. You got Leading Edge PPG. That's Justin Fox. Now you got Fly Products.
Hold on a second. Florida Flight Sports.
Yes, that's PPG Gorilla. Rick Davies.
Yeah, that's the Gorilla.
You got it.
That's the Gorilla.
Leading Edge, you've had Justin and Alexis.
Yep.
And then Fly Products. So Fly Products PPG, One Up Adventure. That's Travis Burns, Kyle Mooney, Ali Yancey.
Yep.
And Fly Products is actually the title sponsor of the fly in 2 years in a
Oh,
row.
rad. That's
Yep.
cool.
Helix props, Resurgent
props.
PPG, Sky Shark PPG. You got both Parajet, so that's Tom, and
Midwest
then
and
Parajet.
wow. I saw
Yep.
Tom too at the
Yes.
Arizona Flying Circus.
Yep.
Yeah, he went in the
And then-
pond last year too.
Yes, he did.
He went in the
Yes,
pond.
in the
Yes,
pond.
he did go in the pond. I saw that. I forgot to troll him when we were at the flying.
Oh yeah.
You got Lone Star PPG and Carolina PPG, and then SkyTap Angel. You know who that is?
Wow.
Andrew Fuller.
That's right.
Fuller.
And Andrew went in the pond last year. I'm
Yeah.
telling you
Nice.
something, man.
Yeah.
Look, take it from me. There's something in the pond that reaches up and grabs your foot and pulls you down if you're not careful.
Those are called
was it,
alligators.
9 last year went in the pond.
Glassy.
I think it was 9 total.
It was a
Oh
lot.
my gosh. What the heck?
Yeah.
One guy ate it pretty bad. He wingtip touched and ate it. Man, glad it was over
Like a
water.
no wind, really
So-
glassy.
Yeah.
So you got Pap,
Yeah.
and then Jerry's right there. That's him, Patriot Paramotor. You got
Jerry.
Almost Heaven. King Gook is going to be there. Gaggle's going to be there, and Weaver Wireless wanted to sponsor.
Wow.
Couldn't
Yeah,
say
that's
no
a
to
good one.
anybody.
Dude, what in the world?
Yeah, and then
That's
you've got a
amazing.
couple others like Paramotor Naples, Mississippi Paramotor, Sky Sports. Sky Sports is sponsoring this.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
have
not going to be
some
there.
friends
on my table as well from Sky Sports. Just a little thing I want to add. So there's a couple people, as you can see, is coming from across the pond. Tom from Parajet's coming from England. Pap, the owner of Pap and Nico's coming from Spain.
Wow.
Then, from my understanding, don't quote me on it, but I'm about 90% sure the owner of Power to Fly, which will be with Carolina PPG, will be there as well.
Wow.
So
Yeah,
a lot of
Navid-
people coming from across the
Navrati.
pond.
Navid Selecki from Fly Products will be there.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had good times with Navid, man. Great dude.
And then,
Great dude. I follow him on
representative from
Facebook.
Reno will be there as well. So a lot of people from across the pond is definitely coming.
And the last
Super
sponsor is Off Grid Aviation. They're going to be sponsoring. And here's the cool stuff too is, every year, just to raise a little bit more money for the donations, we do some raffles.
Yeah, yeah.
Raffle tickets that you saw there. So Chris and Sky Sports, they're donating 3 $100 gift certificates to
Nice.
Sky Sports, which is great.
That's
Leading
more
Edge-
than they threw out of the airplane at the Arizona Flying Circus.
That's right. You got scraps of paper from them.
Yeah.
Leading Edge is donating a flotation. East Coast Paramotor, RIPA, is donating a reserve. Off-grid
What?
aviation. Yes.
Oh crap! I would go just for that.
Well, dude, there's still time.
I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. I can't.
Oh, actually, you can't stay with me anymore because now
Can
my
you
son's
buy
gone.
raffle tickets and
There's
not
still
go,
room.
or do you must be present?
Let me get back to you on that one.
All right.
We'd like for you to be present unless you want to pay for shipping because we're not paying for shipping.
How much money you donate?
Yeah, there you go. Off-Grid Aviation's donating one of their throttles. King Gook is donating a flight suit for, I guess, the Northerners because us Southerners soon to be. Well,
It gets cold over here. It does.
Yeah.
I
Charlie,
can save them a whole lot of trouble on time because I fly a Kangook. I'll be glad to wear the suit with my Kangook that I
There you go.
fly.
Well, you got to
There you
show
go.
up, Ben. You got to show up, buddy.
Gratefully
Charlie
appreciate
Soap
it.
is donating $100 worth of cleaning chemicals. Weaver Wireless is donating a technology gift basket. That's pretty cool. Florida Flight Sports is donating an electric fuel pump. And then I just got an email at 4:30 this morning from Helix. They're going to donate 3 props, but what it's going to be is basically a gift certificate for a 2-blade prop. 3 of them, one of them will be wrapped with the American flag.
My word!
Right on.
Awesome.
And there may
That's
be
the
more.
biggest gift right there.
There may
I
be
won
more.
that last year for the record, but I didn't receive it. Kyle Mooney.
Okay.
I still remember.
We're not going to talk about what that
You were
was.
supposed to get it. You won. You were supposed to get it, and it never came. I do that all the time on this show.
Well, why?
He
Because
did the
you must
raffle.
be present to win.
Walter,
He started the raffle 10 minutes early for the record.
and you were still in the air.
You can tell
still
it's still
flying?
holding a grudge.
That's funny.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Freaking Kyle.
So that's one of the things that we're doing different is as far as the pre-registration. But in the years past, pretty much every year we've set up these 4 speakers, and they come out of the pavilion, which is right in the middle of the field. and 2 of them on each side, and then we run longer cables down. But the problem is those speakers only reach about a third of the people, that maybe even just a quarter of the people that are there. And even that it reaches, it just sounds muffled and you can barely understand what's being said. So the way we're going to do it this year is through that pre-registration form. One of the things that's required is an email. And so 2-3 times a day, we're going to send out announcements through email. Everybody checks their phone. Everybody checks their email. And even if you're not looking at your phone, or maybe you didn't do it, well, you're probably going to be around people that will, that you can find out what's going on from them. So announcements is, are we doing a seminar? Is there an emergency? Is someone flying over a prison that they're not supposed to be? And just reminding about that. Are we going to have a pilot briefing in 15 minutes or at 2 o'clock today? Those sort of announcements. Is Miss Kitty going to be serving dinner tonight for all the pilots free of charge, courtesy of the Bad Apples on Saturday night? That announcement.
Which is delicious, by the way.
Yes.
Absolutely delicious.
Southern cooking. So
yeah,
much better, clearer communication that everybody can understand. All the emails will be kept private, so we're not sharing that information with anybody. It'll be a BCC email.
There's a really important message Hot Buttered Steve wanted to let everybody know. Don't forget to point out where the kissing booth is for all the fellas. He said he made a lot of money last year off of Jerry Fly.
Yeah. Wow. Well, I want to speak 2 things about that particular person. You know, a lot of people worry about, oh my gosh, there's going to be so many pilots up in the air and flying and landing at the same place at the same time. Hot Buttered Steve likes to land in the tall grass way far away.
Still
and I know
soon.
that because I was the one that ran out there and had to pull his wing out of the weeds. So thank you for that. And then Hot Buttered Steve, I was going to reach out to you. Remember that? So I was going to reach out to Hot Buttered Steve when I got that message from Todd saying he would like his room turned over. And I was wondering if he could come in there and help with turning it over, maybe, you know, dress up a little bit. And just a thought.
In a French maid outfit. Okay. Yeah. Chocolates on the pillow.
Absolutely horrible.
So people can win prizes from the raffle. And there's another way, Sean Nasker, that people can win prizes, but it's not at the flying. It's actually from this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's that?
I think it's a spinny wheel of winny things.
Oh, it could be.
Is that what you guys call that?
That's what
I do like
it.
the
Nice
we were just
segue,
talking.
David.
Yeah, we were just talking about that before the show.
So
Sean, dial that thing up, bro. Let's give something away.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do this. Yes. No more names in the wheel. I'm cutting you off.
What are you
right
giving
now.
away?
What am I giving away, Robert?
I don't know. I've been being super lazy and just buying stuff off of Amazon.
Crazy Uncle Bob, by the way. Crazy Uncle Bob says, thank you for the shirt. He absolutely loves it. His wife absolutely hates it, but he's enjoying it.
It's a good shirt. It will cause fights, but it is a good shirt.
Here we go. You ready? Off we go.
And the spin of this wheel is brought to you by Calamity Kite Clinic. CalamityKiteClinic.com is the website. You want to sign up to ground handle better? You can give Sean money and he will teach you how to be better. He is probably the single person that is better than anyone at ground handling that I know. And but I've never really seen it in person, but I've heard from many people. David has. He typically will win the competition if there is competition.
Oh, he is good.
But yeah, if you want to be better at ground handling, it's gonna make you better in the air.
Sean, I think Calamity you should go outside. Can I mention that person that you said you were going to send an invitation to? Am I allowed to do that? Because I think you should go out. You know, it's just up the road in Ohio for you, Sean. You should go.
Oh, you're talking about Fisker.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't teach anybody how to kite, so you should just go up to the field and say, "Hey, I'll teach you. I got this."
Dang. Shane Wyman, congratulations. Winner, chicken dinner. Please reach out to me on paraglidingtalk.com/contact.
Congratulations, Shane Wyman.
Please give me your address and your shirt size, and then I'll decide if you're going to get a shirt or not. We'll see. You might just get a sticker.
As long as you don't live in Australia, he'll send it to you.
Yeah. Walter did win something like 2 weeks ago and send nothing.
He's still waiting for.
You know, he's watching that mailman like crazy too.
He goes to the mailbox every day.
He probably mean mugging him with a ball peg, going, "Hey, you got my package yet?"
Dayla. Go check the mail.
I haven't decided. I was thinking about sending him like a gift card, and I was like, man, how do I do this? And I just stopped. I got to send him something. I will. Walter, I'll send you something.
Why don't you just PayPal him $20 and call
I
it
was gonna, yeah, I was gonna say, I was gonna send him an Amazon gift card because I'm sure they have Amazon in Australia. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe. I mean, it's out in the bush, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know how many drivers are going to be driving across the desert. Hey, I got your undies here. Just saying, you know, like you're traveling
special
30 miles for a sticker.
I know what he won. You can give him the honor of being the guest on paraglidingtalk.com, episode 301.
Dang. It's a good idea. My mom's begging me to come on the show. Should I send her an invite? Let her come on? It's up for
we're trying to stay focused on bad apples here, Robert. You know, the idea of tonight's show is to keep us, you know, to keep us in the inn on
Mom, Sean said that you can't
There you go, Linda. Sean said
no.
I can't believe you would say that to
I'm trying
Linda.
to keep this show focused on the important
Sean,
topics
she was
at
your
hand.
biggest supporter here.
Scotty, don't you start here. Okay, don't you start live on the internet. The internet is forever, Scotty. Come on, man. All right.
Linda, I think you're a great person no matter what Sean says, okay?
Keep on drinking your haterade, Scott. Enough of that.
So she wasn't paying attention when I told everyone that she was 80. And so everyone was like, oh, man, you're going to be in trouble. And then afterwards, I was like, yeah, Mom didn't even say nothing. I was like, wow. And so she calls me the next day. She's like, Robert, what did you say? That and I was like, oh, I told everybody you were 80. She was like, oh no. Poor Mom.
So we're doing hats this year, and they're really cool. I gotta see if I can.
I saw those.
I want a hat.
I want to ask who designed this year's logo.
Okay. I want to say it's a team effort. Can I say that instead of saying who designed it?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a team effort.
Put that phone closer. Put it closer.
Not because it's green.
It's because the background's just going to pick it up. Yeah.
Here, let me take my background off. Maybe that'll
David
help.
Can't afford a real background.
You know what? Back in the day,
Scott.
Some guys would take the picture and make it a background. Just saying.
Oh. Jerry's already at Bad Apples in his RV.
Probably.
No, I'm in a hotel. I was there, Monday through Wednesday training.
I was just going to say, looks like you're in a hotel room.
Yeah, I'm in a hotel for my full-time job.
Make that full size. Dear goodness.
That's what she said.
Give you one literal imitation.
There we go.
There it is.
That's cool.
You got a guy in the drink.
Dude, that's a super cool logo. That's not the cool logo you sent me.
That's it.
No, I didn't get that
hours,
one.
38 minutes,
I gave you the bad one.
You gave me the crap one, and that's what I used for the thumbnail. This one is cool.
Yeah, that's it. That's what's going to be the t-shirt. All those colors, everything. I wish I had the pictures. So what I did.
I need to figure out a way to get to this thing.
I don't know what I did with those pictures. So I took a picture. You know, look, we just said it. 9 people went in the pond last year. That was kind of the inspiration for this thing.
Dude, so that is awesome.
I wish I had the pictures on me. I should have been prepared.
And for the record, it's only 5 foot deep at its deepest.
I know.
So yeah, you won't drown technically, unless you're like 4'11". Then you're
my mom would drown.
Yeah, pretty much.
She's a midget.
So I found this picture. I found the picture of someone foot dragging the pond successfully. And there was a couple campers in the background, Yankee Paramotors camper. I was able to VR that out. And then I just focused in on that. And then we put a Bad Apple face on it. And then we sent that over to, and we kind of just drew some people drowning like the picture is. And then sent that over to the artist. And the artist did a phenomenal job coming up with that. So, yeah. We love it. I mean, I think it's going to be a great hit. But then the hat, do you have a picture of the hat or no? Oh, you know what? It's on the pre-registration form. So the hats are pretty cool too. We're getting a good response on the hats on the pre-registration.
Yeah, and they're Richardson 112, so they're really good hats to have. Most people like Richardson 112s.
And I've never been to a fly-in where anybody sold hats. So that seems like it's getting a great response. I think it was a year or two ago. John was just telling me this. Superfly showed up and started handing out hats, and people went crazy over that. So yeah, that's pretty cool.
That is cool. I just realized there's a whole bunch of action in the chat. My chat was like not on this page. After I screen share, my computer decides it doesn't want me to see anything else, I guess.
All I can see is the meeting chat. So
Yeah, I'm seeing that. So I'm catching up. Sorry, guys.
That's okay.
Couple things here.
Moderation
So
staff has been on point, and sending
Angela,
Robert these messages.
Almost.
so Angela Preslick asked a good question. We were talking about this earlier, me and David were. So is Bad Apples bigger than the Flying Circus? And they cap the Flying Circus at 500, but that's not 500 pilots. So Dave was saying that they had like, what was it, 300 pilots?
Last year we had
Look,
312
past 3
registered
years.
pilots. 312 last year.
And
Yep.
there's more pilots than that's there, like we said, that don't sign up because there is definitely an intimidation factor once you get there and you see that flight line, you see all these, there's a lot of top pilots in the country comes out there. It's very intimidating. I'm not gonna lie, but I believe we keep it a pretty safe fly-in. When you say, David, we keep it pretty orchestrated. We got a lot of air bosses on the field. We got EMTs on standby. We're pretty strict with rules because safety is the number one priority, obviously. But there's plenty of space to fly away and have plenty of outs everywhere. So, but yeah,
it is a great area. That's one thing I can say for I've gone to several different fly-ins across the country, and Bad Apples was by far one of the most open and most freeing areas that you could take off and land at.
John, how would you describe the field that you take off from?
It is soft, dude. Holy crap. Like golf course, you could take your shoes off and want to, it's like the only kind of grass that you want to like actually have your bare feet touch. It's amazing. It just nice and soft and squishy. Hands down, the best, dude. The best. You gotta check it out, Robert. You haven't felt grass like this. Okay, you really have
barefooted the whole time if you'd like,
dude. I'll tell you,
nothing in the grass, no potholes. It's the field that trains for paramotoring, hands down.
A very clean field. There's no cigarette butts. There's no trash. It's just very, very nice, man. It's like freshly cut sod, but never cut, and it's just been there forever. But it's great.
I'm gonna just show you a picture when you're done doing this.
I hate you, Ripa. Sorry.
This is right now the front yard.
Ooh,
it almost looks like grass.
You've got some grass.
Look at Gringo just got excited.
It's crabgrass, but
Saturday morning. So make sure
but this grass, you see that grass, you couldn't walk in your bare feet in it. If you did, you'd have a million cuts and scrapes and all kinds of things, bad things going onto your feet. Down there, you could walk barefoot and not have a single problem with a stick or nothing. It's just
I bet you Sean literally walks around barefoot. If he could go to work barefoot, he would.
No, probably not. I don't walk around barefoot that often, man.
Really?
As a matter of fact, never.
Are you wearing shoes right now, Sean?
I literally was way off on that. I'm sorry. I was wrong about that. I pictured
what? Because I got dreads automatically. I go around barefoot and I'm a hippie, because I got dreads. Is that it?
I'm not mine,
Robert.
Yeah,
I was just saying.
Scotty's got some kind of influence on you, and I don't think it's a very good one.
All good things, Sean. All good things.
Just for the record, I've been trolling Sean long before Scott showed up and started trolling.
Many years, but at least Robert kept it off the air until now. Thanks, Scott.
299 episodes. Folks, you're not going to want to miss episode 300.
And that's why you guys need to check out the after shows. That's where the fun happens.
The after shows is where people need to get Jesus. Sometimes it's bad.
Yeah. You do all the swearing you want, too.
No, you can't. Golly, trying to tell you guys stuff. Try to teach you the Bible. Try to teach you stuff. Yeah. So, what's the craziest thing you've ever seen at the Bad Apples?
That's a good question.
What kind of
I've
crazy are
seen.
you talking about?
Yeah.
So
I mean,
nobody
legal
really
crazy
cares
or
about
not?
all the logistics.
Well, we had to get a
here.
kid out of
We're going
the.
to talk about logistics. We want to talk about anybody ever break an arm and have a bone
All right,
sticking out?
I got one.
Oh,
Crazy
oh.
stuff.
My first bad apples 5 years ago. So that was the bad apples that Ripa was your guest, and we were broadcasting live.
Oh, okay.
And we had everybody on in the background, and we were having fun, and we were drinking, and it was a great time. Well, somebody, I'm not going to say who, Gorilla, might have drank a little too much.
Oh,
and
oh no.
and he started at night flying his little airplane. Okay, his
With
remote
lights
control.
on it.
Yeah, and he's going, oh,
Yeah.
see it? Nope, don't see it. Got it. Don't got it. Got it. Don't got it. And also don't got it. And it went into the pond.
Oh, shoot.
So he starts going all the way over there. He takes off his clothes. It's dark. He takes off his clothes and goes into the pond. And then I ran to the pond and grabbed all his clothes and ran back to the campsite. And then I think it was last year we had a blast. I mean, everybody was having a good time late at night, and someone showed up with one of those bicycles where it's I forget what it's called, the big wheel on the front and the tiny wheel in the back. So some people were having some scorpion
Shenanigans on how you can get on, if you can get on. How far can you make it while
I
you're on
watched
it?
someone flip over the handlebars. It was Justin Fox, if I'm not mistaken. He flipped over the handlebars.
Yep.
On what?
So he just, I don't know. He tripped up and he literally went like airborne over the handlebars. But
on a bike, on a dirt bike or something?
No. This was one of those old timey, like 1800s, like big wheel in the front, real little wheel in the back, and you have to step up on the big wheel to be able to pedal it.
Yeah, those are rad.
The old timies, yeah,
those are cool. I want one of those.
Yeah,
it's not going to show because your background, David.
So 1 year, typically we always have very good weather at Bad Apples. Even when it's showing bad on the weather, it still ends up good. Well, this one particular year, like a monsoon comes through, and I mean the winds pick up, and we're standing there, everybody's holding, tents down. Wind picks up like gusting like 40 miles per hour. We're all sitting there, and it starts pouring down rain. We look across the field, and here comes a trike coming across the field because it has a tarp over it. And it was Michelle Bingham's trike. And everybody comes running across the field, but nobody could get to it in time. And it went nose first right into the pond, and we had to go fish it out. It was hilarious. Oh. Not for Michelle, but for everybody watching.
Yeah.
But yeah,
was it on video?
Someone's got it on video. Yes.
That's what's crazy about these fly-ins, bro. Somebody's filming all the time.
Oh yeah.
Rip, pretty much.
Michelle has the best call sign of the Bad Apples, in my opinion.
Michelle
does. And since we've already demonetized the show, I shall tell you that her call sign is wet spot.
Because she went in the water that time. That makes sense.
No, like she would always fly and hit water on the ground, puddles, things like that. So she flies, and I think if I remember the story right, I think she landed and like kind of almost did the splits on it with her paramotor. Mm-hmm. And she looked up at Tim Gaskins and says, "Why am I always hitting the wet spot?" And he goes, "There's your call sign, wet spot."
Wow. Yeah. Brutal.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's always something crazy going on. I can't lie. There's so many things. We have a good time for sure.
You guys have fireworks?
If it's not at flying at night, something's going down.
I'm just letting you know, I'm measuring your flying off of the Arizona Flying Circus.
No, I don't think we'll ever have those shenanigans. We will never.
So we have fireworks?
Yeah, we have fireworks.
You do have fireworks. Okay, that's good.
Mr. Mack is extremely particular about that ground. Okay, no cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
No questions asked.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You put a cigarette butt on the ground, you're gone. Your dog craps and you don't clean it up, you're gone. That's it.
Wow.
No questions asked.
So you've kicked people out before?
We've had some very strong conversations.
Yeah.
But never had to actually kick them out?
Somebody asked.
Well, a few got kicked out. We're not going to mention a name or two, but yeah.
So Matt Minyard.
Okay, you had to go there, but okay. All right.
Now, Matt stayed at my house for like 2 weeks, for the record.
What?
Yeah, he got trapped at my house.
Oh
God. There was a winter storm. He flew in, he was here for like a week, and then he was like, "Okay, guys, I'm about to get out of here." And then he literally just shifted gears on me, and he's like, "Dude, I can't get out of here." my plane's not gonna leave. And I was like, what are you talking about, bro? Like, you gotta go. He's like, nah, I gotta stay. And I was like, what, dude?
Oh,
When are you?
Robert, you got to do this impersonation in person.
So he literally told me, he's like, yeah, bro. He goes, I had to buy another airfare and I'm burnt. And I was like, well, you can stay as long as you want to, dude. 2 weeks he was with me.
Yeah, you don't say that. I've learned you don't say
Flying my wing, okay, while I'm at work. He's at Tory flying my wing. Hey, Rob, you gonna come up? Sometimes he wouldn't come home. He was like one of my kids.
oh my
I was
God.
like, dude, where are you at? I'm about to go to bed, dude.
I'm drunk.
No, he never did that, but he'd be like, it's like, yeah, I'm over here partying with these dudes at Tory. So he got kicked out.
Yeah, well, you never. I want to go back. I'm skirting the question. So you never tell people you can stay as long as you want. So when we moved into this house, in the very room that I'm in right now, Greg, and Cynthia stayed right in here
Oh yeah.
for like a month, and I'm like, dude, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here anymore, dude. It's time. I'm like, thank you for helping me move. It's time to go, buddy.
Greg.
Yeah.
I like Greg. He's a nice dude.
And Ripa stayed here at the same time. We had a party for like weeks.
I had Greg, Cynthia, Harley Milne,
Yeah.
The Pierce brothers. They
Right.
stayed for about 4 or 5 days. Yeah, it was cool. It was good.
That's a good time. It's a good time to. That's enough.
Dude, good times. Kind of mention a couple sponsors real quick. Want to mention Nebraska PPG. Nebraska PPG's in Nebraska, obviously. Go sign up for his training courses. Starting to warm up. Great place to learn. Also, Lone Star Paramotor, if you're Lone Star State of Texas. Ron Turan has a website called Lone Star Paramotor. Also, maxacro.com. If you want to do a SIV clinic, that's where you do it. It's incredible. You can come to Southern California, Lake Berryessa. They do SIV clinics all throughout the year. Well, when it's good. And then he does some trips overseas. Go check out his website, maxacro.com. And then also Resurgence PPG. Support our men and women of uniform and make a tax-deductible donation to them tonight. Just do it. Quit being a bum. Constantly leeching off the system. Give back a little bit. Resurgencepbg.com.
Heck yeah.
If you don't, you might as well be a commie. You hate the country.
That's right. You suck.
Yeah. Yeah, you suck at life.
I
So
forgot
if you
to
don't
mention,
give, you suck.
I forgot to mention
Our show's given quite a bit. Go ahead. Sorry, Gringo.
No, sorry, man. I know you got to jump in sometimes. I forgot to mention sometimes I get less important people here. Ripa came and stayed for a few days. So.
Less important people. Dang, dog.
Just kidding. Come on.
Rip is welcome to stay anytime. He
Rip
was
is-
like the best guest.
Ripa's the
Yeah.
funnest. Ripa's the funnest.
He's
So-
already been through. The guy's been around the block. He knows what's up. He knows what ticks people off and knows how to. He didn't leave a scratch. I mean,
Okay.
he was
The
grateful.
man went out of his way for a coffee pot for me when I was in Florida, and I didn't know where I was or what I could do.
Sean.
He gave me a coffee pot. That's a good man in my book.
That was 4
Good
years
man.
ago today, Sean.
I still
got-
have that coffee pot. I still have it.
You should
That
give it
was
back.
at the last Palm Bay, wasn't it, Sean?
That was the last Palm Bay.
Yeah.
4
That's
years
when I
ago.
bet you was at the last Palm Bay that we had when the world was shutting down from COVID.
Oh, and it was excellent because we were all flying, having a great time. It was beautiful, man. It was
I had
beautiful.
a
Just so
blast.
you know,
As a
John
matter of fact,
hasn't been-
Robert, Jerry had seen me ground handling. He saw me
Yes.
down there at Palm Bay doing it the entire event.
Nice.
There you go.
Sean, Ripa hasn't been able to drink coffee in 4 years because of you. Thanks.
Probably not, and that's okay. You know,
That's
doing the best I can for you, buddy. Enjoy.
Poor guy. First, you don't let Linda on the show. Now, Ripa, you took away his caffeine addiction. He had to replace it with something else. Gosh, Sean.
He replaced it with flying.
Ripa
What are you
loves his
complaining
coffee.
about?
Ripa,
He's posting videos of his flying for you, Scotty. He just hasn't
Right.
said anything to you.
So Ripa will do anything. He came in and did my basement. He's amazing. He with the old now this was in the middle of February or March or something like that. We were moving and it was freezing that week. And so we're trying to disconnect outside of my old house, our hot tub, to move it over. And he wasn't a very happy Ripa, being that he's from Florida and he was very, very cold. So I'm trying to hook up the wires and he's screaming through the window for me to what to do. It was just hysterical. He's like, I'm not coming out there, you son of a. So,
Have y'all ever seen any old pictures of Ripa?
what's that?
Yes, dude,
Have
we
you
were
seen
tripping
some
out
old
on that.
pictures of Ripa?
Yeah. There's a reason why his name's Rip.
Dude was
Yeah.
jacked.
Yeah. Yep. He was sharing some stories, bro. You can't really third hand tell these stories. You got to hear it from him.
Yeah.
He tells them good too.
You ought to come on the show before I start telling secrets.
Seriously, dude.
Yeah.
He's hanging out with professional wrestlers.
Oh,
You hear about that? Oh, bro. We
Well,
were just
I guess you probably know the secrets too.
we were eating it up, bro. He was telling stories. We were there.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
my brother.
Yeah, so we've got just going to put a quick plug in for episode 300. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to have an amazing time on that episode. I'm planning on doing some crazy stuff. So, and what I mean by that is there's a very good chance that I'm going to invite people that that everybody wants to see.
Say my name. Say my name.
Say my name. Yeah, so you're not going to want to miss it. And basically, if you checked your email, you may have got an invitation to participate in this episode 300. It's probably going to be total chaos. I don't know what's going to happen. I think we can only have 49 people on. I'm pretty sure that I've sent 49 invitations. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be off the rails.
You know what I like to see, Robert?
Yeah.
I'd like to see Kurt
Mhm.
and Dell on a podcast together.
That'd be awesome.
Okay, so here's my thought on that. Now, I would love to
Talk
If you
have
can
to
my
agree
thought
with
about
that,
it.
I will
And
send you
Tucker.
$1,000 if you keep them on there for an hour and let them communicate with each other.
Okay, so I'll keep it. Then you say that, and Ryan Roberts actually did that.
Really?
Yeah, Ryan Roberts is the one that made that happen because he told me he would give me $500 if I did it, and he legitimately got them both on the show. Shane Wyman also just donated $40 to the super chat. Said can't
Wow.
wait for the shirt. Shane, thank you, man. Appreciate that. You don't have to pay for your gift, but you just did. Thank you. Yeah, dude, crazy. Crazy 300 episodes.
Congratulations, man.
306. That's
Me.
almost 6 years. It's 5.65 years.
Let's toast to the
Mhm.
next 300.
Yeah.
So pretty wild. That show is going to be a fun one. You're not going to want to miss it. Join us. We'll start right on time, 6 p.m. Pacific time. Check your emails. If you haven't got an invitation already, it's because you just
I
haven't
don't love
waited
you.
long enough. You're gonna get it. You will get the invitation. If someone cares about you, you're gonna get it somewhere. It's gonna be in somebody, because I also want people to, there's people that have been a part of the show from way back. Bill H, by the way, I need you to give me your email, please.
And if you don't
'cause
get an invitation from Robert, he doesn't like you.
you don't matter
It's not that
in
important.
my world. No,
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Thanks,
sure
Robert.
that
Thanks
I'll
for the
forget about
invite.
you. You're
Thank
welcome, Mom.
Yeah, Bill H.
Thanks.
Bill H. Send
You're
your
welcome.
email
Took you
address
long
to
enough.
Robert so that way he can send you
I
some
really
information,
would.
buddy.
Yes, I really like to have Bill on the show. Bill is one of the OGs. He's always just quietly chilling in the shadows, monitoring the chat, hanging out, and doesn't miss an episode. I don't know where he lives or anything. Just super cool. Really appreciate him. And yeah, want to make sure that you get on that show. 300. Big deal. Big
And
stuff.
it is a big deal. So you better remember who's the boss here.
Oh gosh. Hold on a second, guys.
I mean, Aaron?
Yeah, you tell him.
Oh,
Take care of this,
son of a
Robert.
gun.
There
Pay
we
your
go.
internet connection, Robert.
Just
Right.
got quieter, didn't it? Son of a gun. Funny how that works. She tried to unmute herself. There we go. Yeah. It's always a good time.
So
Paraglidingtalk.com.
So wrong.
Yeah, so we back to Super Dell. So if you haven't seen that episode, it was wildly the most anticipated show. And then right behind that, we had Kurt Pfister on the show.
Yeah.
And by the way, I just want to preface
Tell
by
me what
saying,
episode numbers those are, because I want to see them.
yeah, both of those episodes were incredible. And I actually walked away. I like both of those guys. Weren't expecting to hear
I'm
that.
done. I'm out. Nope.
Both of them.
Nope.
I've got a pretty
So, I mean,
taste
just
in my mouth from Super
All right.
Dell.
I know
think
Anthony.
about Super Dell's question. I'm like, hey, you
Oh, I
you
made
wanna
a
give
T-shirt
credit
because
to
of that
anyone?
episode. I made a
You-
T-shirt that said "I trained with God" because of that
yeah,
episode.
yeah. I
I
woke up
remember
in the
Robert's
morning.
face.
People were making memes about him. They sent in the morning. I woke up to memes with him.
Robert,
and that.
Robert,
Oh
ask
my
the
gosh.
question. I'll be Del. Go.
So, who influenced you the most? Who would you say was your Santa Croce? Would you say maybe it was Fisker? I mean,
Robert, I trained with God. God was my instructor.
what do you say? Only it could only be God that would make me this good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know Anthony remembers the awkward moments, 2 awkward moments, one from each of those shows. So obviously Dell had a lot of dislike towards Eric Farewell and Aviator. So Eric
anyone.
What's that?
Anyone that tries to train
yeah.
that's not him.
So Eric in the middle of the show donates a really big gift to the show. And Dell's like, Then the next week later is Fister. Now, of course, I did this video that had, I think it's like 27,000 views of free training versus paying for training. And it just,
wow. It
did some damage to Mr. Fister's school, if you call it that. So, and he has said some very, very horrible things about me and what he would like to do if he ever saw me. And so, in the middle of the show, I think I donated a T-shirt, and you could see him look over at his 10th wife going, "That's the guy."
Oh, no.
Remember that, Anthony?
That's brutal.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had
Which wife did you meet when you were up there, David? What was her
me
name?
on YouTube comments, and it's like, okay, I'm done with you, man.
Dude, he literally went toe to toe with me in the chat after he was on the show, though. Not a peep.
Yeah.
Not a peep. We became friends right then.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah.
What is? Oh, yeah. God, look him. I was younger.
Wow, dude. Yeah. What the heck? He put some
Wow.
pictures on there.
Hey.
There's no eye wrinkles.
This is when he was like 20.
Yeah. And he didn't look 6 months.
I heard he's only 4'11".
You know, it was kind of creepy to me. It was creepy
Rip
to
said-
me to actually meet David because I expected him to be at like my height. And then
Yeah,
when I
Rip
met him,
said
I was
he's
like,
like
holy
4'11".
crap, he's little. Like that is that is spooky. I mean, it was creepy. He had these little sausage fingers, and I was like, little sausage toes. And I'm like, oh, look how little and cute. Holy crap, that's David. Like, you know.
You guys have blurred the line of after show. You know
the
that.
grass
Right?
had
This
the
is
grass
how
had
it is.
bad apples. You're supposed to walk on it only, Sean. Just walk.
I'm
on
telling you, man, it was it really creeped me out. Sorry, David, but it did. It creeped me out. I
I'm a
didn't
normal
expect
height.
it. Well,
5'9"
I
is
did.
normal.
You guys
5'9".
are out of
Okay,
control.
well, on film you look 5'9", but in person, that ain't no 5'9", dude. I'm 6 foot tall. You know. But it's
Wait,
all
guys,
right,
I
buddy. I still appreciate you, and we have a great time together. You know,
We're going to go straight to the after show. Guys, if you want to be a part of the Bad Apples, there's a link in the description. Make sure you register, sign up, get involved. Make sure you fill out the form so that it's easy for when you get to the gate and get what is it, $70 a head? $70 a
Something like
pilot?
that. Something like that, yeah.
$70. And then so take the other 30 from your $100 that you're going to spend and go and donate that to these raffles or whatever, so we can put some money in Resurgence PVG, maybe keep a good thing going. So let's do that. Bad Apples Flying coming in. What's the dates? May
9th through the 12th.
May 9th through the 12th. Sign up. And again, link in the description. Bad Apples.
Thank you.
You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you guys. Really appreciate you coming on. We're going to go to the after show. If you want to join the after show, there's a link there. We'll let you in. Come hang out. Maybe you're not done. You haven't had enough paramotor talk. Paraglidingtalk.com. Go check out previous episodes. That's where the website is. 299 episodes down the drain. 300 Don't miss next week's 300 episode. It will
I'm
be
so
amazing.
excited. I am so
Okay.
excited. Don't block me, Robert.
All
Don't
right.
block me next week.
Hold on a second. Let me just
I
mute
will.
her. Okay, guys. We'll see you on the next one. Have a